Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daybreak.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daybreak.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Daybreak.
I'm Emily Leonard.
And I'm Brett Thomas.
24-hour News 8's Brett Thomas was the only television reporter allowed inside the motorcade.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for this special broadcast, a tribute to a fallen officer.
This year, they say it's the best weather they've seen in a decade.
In a decade.
Wow.
He's just hanging out.
That's awesome. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen on one of our sky cams.
Ari says that at some point, this will all just become background noise. We'll just get used to it.
It may be hard for people to believe at first, but it will be.
I hope so.
Who heart is true. Try to be like Elvis Presley.
And there is room for debate over how much he sounds like him.
I call myself an entertainer. That's what I call myself. I'm not an impersonator. I'm an entertainer. Where are we going to Cheers? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's now or never. Hold me tight.
And Elvis, well, he'll live on as long as karaoke does. Grand Island Golf Course is one giant water hazard.
I knew that we were in for a flood.
This calls for more drastic measures. Throughout the ordeal, Joe and Todd tried to think of other ways to make money, but like this ridiculous sight, none of them were very good. Golf's just not very hot in the water.
And the pieces don't add up, but police do know what he looked like.
A Caucasian, maybe a Hispanic man. They know his height. He was short, between 5'6" and 5'10". His build was slight, weighing between 130 and 140 pounds. And they know he was murdered, hit multiple times with a hammer, the killer stuffing him into a footlocker, driving him to a secluded 2-track, and then setting him on fire. And there are other clues. He wore a Timex Expedition watch, and near the site, a partially burned seat cushion. But from what? Maybe someone out there will recognize the pieces and show detectives where they go.
Under blue January skies, a president begins his last journey, rolling down familiar streets, Monroe, Fulton, Lake, towns he lived in, people he represented. Along the route, parents, children, scouts.
What once seemed beautiful, now eerie. Structures dot the coastline, built from driftwood, etched with messages, some friendly, some ominous. My beach, this one claims. What happened here has sparked a firestorm of speculation, of theories and leads, as numerous it seems as grains of sand.
When we're young, we see our lives in the most simple patterns. The lines we expect to follow are defined and straight. The outlines of our lives in black and white. But those of us who've been in this world for some time now know it's never that easy.
What would you like, sir?
26 years after the day she was born, Melanie is still living at home, but she's working as a dishwasher 5 days a week. Up every morning before the sun and in by 7. She's never late. It may not be the life her mother dreamt for her, but it is the one she hoped for. For 9 years, it's been this way, earning a fair living at the Super Bowl indoor. But it's not the way she does her job that everyone talks about. It's what she does outside of work. Melanie has one passion in life.
Coloring is my favorite thing. Heavy. It's my dream.
It's kind of a metaphor for her entire life. Someone else gives her the lines, and she colors them in. Every week, she goes through one box of 96.
So you buy a lot of crayons?
Yeah.
And you pay for them yourself?
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
I know.
But it's worth spending, huh?
Yeah, yes.
Worth spending because this is what Melanie enjoys most. A simple pleasure, really, but an important one to her. For all her coloring and obstacles she's overcome, this will be her greatest challenge. Learning the way we want things to go isn't always the way they happen. Learning it's not the lines we're given that are important, but the way we color them in.
Indoor, Brett Thomas, News 8.